And today I have a very special guest for you guys. He's going to actually, this is such a great training because it will teach you how to earn passive income without doing a ton of work. And it's true passive income. It isn't like you have to do even a bunch of work for this type of income. So and if you guys are in let's take a step back, because I know I've been talking and it was complete silence for this whole time because my microphone wasn't even on. Okay, Lewis is actually here in the waiting room. Before I bring him in, I want to talk to you guys a little bit about why Lewis is in here in this training today. It's because he's one of those people who have really, for my community and for people that I know, just give, and have made a ton of people a ton of money before we started paying him, before we were like, hey, Lewis, like we need extended help here. So there's 17 of you guys on. Let me know, where are you tuning in from? What is your city, state? If you invest in crypto on a level 1 to 10, how much of an expert are you? And let's give it up for Lewis. So let me see it in the comments, you guys. All right, let me go and add Lewis to the screen. I've been totally just talking to myself this entire time. Yay, Lewis.
What's up, Kim?
What is up, you guys? Okay, you guys, so Lewis is here. Hey, what's up, Greg? What's up, you guys? Let's go. Lewis is actually gonna give you a really good training today. And I want you guys to soak in this training. It's not his first time. He's been doing this for a very long time. And it really is life-changing. So be prepared to have your socks knocked off. And I want this to be interactive. So while he's training you guys, I'm going to be asking you questions. I'm going to make this fun. This is not going to be one of those, like boring seminars, thingamabobs, because I bring the fun factor into this shit. So there's 19 of you guys here. So let me know. Tell me, where are you tuning in from and how are you? Okay, Greg is like, I have a question. Are you going to show me the money? Yes. Today, if you guys want us to show you the money, hashtag money in the comments, drop it below. And
hashtag bread season.
Hashtag bread season, you guys. All right. And then at the very end of this training, we have an opportunity for you to, I'm going to choose a few of you guys to do a strategy call with Lewis. He doesn't do this often, where he will actually sit down. And so it's a special deal that I have with Lewis. So make sure that you go and stick around till the end. And I'm going to give you a year's worth of GroupConvert or Charlie CRM, whichever software that you guys want. So just so you guys know, if you stick around, you'll get rewarded with software, because I have software galore for you. All right. And if you already have GroupConvert and you're like, Kim, I don't care about the year, I want to have it installed, then we're also throwing in a white glove installation service for you, A to Z. Okay. All right, cool. Jamie is here. Jamie, you met Jamie. Jamie
What's
from
up,
Las
Jamie?
Vegas. What's up, Jamie?
What's up, man?
All right, so I'm going to have Lewis, if you want to, well, before we get into this training, does the training tell us about who you are and everything, Lewis? Do you want to dive on into it, or do you want to?
Sure.
Yes, Greg is like bread season.
There we go. So I have been talking about this stuff already. Rent season, not bread season, because you will have rent for the rest of your life after you do this. All right. So thank you, Kim, first of all, for inviting me in here and allowing me to share. It's always really exciting to talk about this stuff. I mean, it's such a trendy topic, and not many people out there either know what they're talking about, or like have fundamental understanding of wealth creation or how money's flowing, and especially in this brand new economy that we are facing, right? So I would like to know, first of all, because I'm seeing here in the comments, let me know if you guys have invested into crypto before. If you have invested into crypto, Let me see number 1 in the comments. Okay. And then I'm gonna get into how you can start making anywhere between $10,000 to $25,000 a month, completely passive. This means that the money, okay, that you have generated through business or get access to via, credit, loans, whatever the case may be, if you can just get your hands to money, all right, and then you know exactly where to allocate it, where to put it, so that money can continue growing, and that money's making money, and then that money that's been making money is making even more money. All right, this is what's been happening over and over again. This is how we continue to be stacking. What's up, Christine?
Christine is in the house.
Hey, we got the high level queen in here. So let's see. So how money is created? Greg says the Fed prints it out of thin air and devalues the constitutional fiat currency that they force to use. Greg, that's a 10 out of 10, man. That's really what it is, And so when that happens, right? Because literally the government is just printing so much money, all of a sudden the value of the dollar, right? The value of the dollar begins to decrease. So if you were to, for example, buy Kim's program today, right? If you were to buy it in the future, all of a sudden it's gonna cost you much more. So if you were to, if she was, for example, buy it for like one person, right? In the future, instead of buying it at the same price point, it would have been like half a person that can get into her program.
Half a person, the top half or the bottom half?
So this is what's happening, right? This is literally what's happening with the dollar and everything that we're doing. So that means that if your money is sitting inside of a bank account, right, and then the government just continues to print, just because you're doing absolutely nothing with your money is losing value, okay? And because it's losing value, actually like losing dollars, right? And then on top of that, right, because it's sitting in the bank, you're earning like 0.01% annual interest, all right? Now, in order to even get equal to or outperform inflation, you need to go ahead and move that money. So you have now 2 options. Either you have a guaranteed way to lose money because your money is then sitting literally inside of a bank account, or you go ahead and you take this money and put it in a place that you can actually grow it, right? And have the opportunity to have your money working for you and actually be generating true passive income, right? Through the form of compounded interest. That's outperforming inflation rates. And inflation is at its all-time high. We've printed more dollars than ever in US history. As a matter of fact, like almost 50% of all dollars ever created have been printed in the last year, which is pretty freaking insane. Now, we have a really interesting question here. Does this work for me? Let me tell you about this, okay? Because it works for absolutely anybody. I come from a third world country. I come from Peru, and this is where I was born. This is where I was raised. Now, coming to the US, I came here to America because it's everybody's dream to be able to come here and have more opportunities out of life. And we live in an economic society, so we want to be able to make money, right? But for example, having access to credit, having access to different investment opportunities, that's not available for many people around the world if you were not here in the United States. But what I'm about to show you guys is something that is universal. So regardless of what your net worth is, okay, regardless of what time of the day it is, regardless of where you are located right now, all you really need is a Wi-Fi connection, okay? And you don't even, I mean, at this point, you literally don't even need any dollars. Because if you have access to Wi-Fi, you can make money from many different ways. So
yeah,
this can work for absolutely anybody.
I also want to add, because Christina's in the comments all shouting all this stuff out. So, Luis, I'm going to interrupt you sometimes because you're very like, you know what you're going to say and you say it, but I want to interact with the audience. So
Yeah.
Christina is like, hey guys, Luis teaches you how to make money while you sleep. And I have witnessed Luis literally show me how to, like, my money was increasing while I was sitting there with the laptop looking at the screen. He's like, oh, look, you earned some more. And I'm like, well, this is truly passive. And the thing that he said about the 40% of the US dollar being printed in 2020, that's a big deal. That means there is a coming. There is a time when it's gonna come. It's gonna hit us pretty hard. We don't feel it right now. We just don't feel it right now, but we're gonna feel it very soon. And the reason why I pulled Luis in here to teach you guys is because this is important for everyone, no matter what you teach, no matter what is your niche, what is your profession, does not matter. It applies to everyone here. All right. So okay. Get ready for it.
Yeah, and not just everybody here, but like everybody at a global scale, right? Like literally worldwide. And for that reason, this is why we're able to tap into this, regardless of who you are, where you come from, what you've done, what you have not done. You can go ahead and make this work. Again, also regardless of your age, right? Because I've coached people literally in their teens to people that are over 60, people that aren't technologically savvy. All of this, of course, there's learning curve to anything, but the same way that you go and deposit money in the bank, or the way that you go ahead and you take out loans, right? You're going to be able to like literally do the same exact thing for yourself. Once you learn it, you can go ahead and teach it to somebody else. So let's see, where should we begin with this now that we understand what is happening with our dollars? What is happening with our money? I want to be able to first, what can you actually do with your dollars, right? Kim, what were you doing with your dollars prior
Nothing. Just kidding. I was investing in stocks, index funds, 401k, and what else did I do? Oh, I invest in the business. So those are the things I did with money.
Cool. And then once you started to understand what was happening with the economy, what actions did you take to to kind of like shift and make your money work for you?
Oh man, I took a lot of the fiat US dollars and then I changed it into stable coins, as well as invested in non-stable coins like crypto, like Bitcoin and Ethereum, and then also some shit coins that went down to zero. And I'm like, damn it. but but yeah, I started moving this US dollar into other currencies. Is what I did.
Cool. So that's yeah, and I'm reading here too some of the other opportunities. Let's see. Marie said that's what I had frustrated me about crypto. I had because something happened when the company changed servers and I can't log in, find my money anymore. Okay, cool. That's so I'm gonna show you guys what the biggest difference is between what Marie here stated, what she shared, because her money and the whole point of what I'm gonna be sharing with you guys today is that, of course, you can make crazy amounts of money with this, no doubt about it, with the most minimal effort that you've ever experienced in your life. Okay, but at the same time, you are now responsible. You are now accountable for the actions that you take because you are literally in 100% control of what you're doing with your money. Okay, in this case, right, you're not going and you're not putting your money into the bank, because the bank, what they're doing, they're lending out your money, right? If you put it in a savings account, now they're going and they're lending it out to even more people and creating more money in a thin air. Okay, and then they're the ones that are profiting from all of this. And then and then, for example, you think that you are buying crypto, or like you think that you're buying all these stocks when you're using apps like Robinhood, but again, another company is literally holding your money. So there's a big difference between monies that you are putting your money to for it to grow versus what we're going to be doing here, which is taking your money and actually having everything that's completely detached from any centralized institution, and you now get to interact with a place that is completely decentralized, meaning that not a single entity has power, control over what you have. Like it's 100% yours. Okay, so I want to go ahead and before I dive into that, all right, and now that we've been able to clarify that difference, I want to be able to see what type of questions we get on this, and then also let me go ahead and get my charger because my computer's about to die. So give me 1 second as I bring a charger here. Actually, we're just gonna go ahead and switch locations. So boom, now we got a different background here.
All right, there's 36 of you guys on here, so I want to make sure I muted you, Louis, because you were talking to yourself. And you can unmute yourself anytime. But there's 36 of you guys here. So let me know where you're tuning in from this time of evening. Are you coming in from California? And some of you guys might be from across the world. Are you tuning in from, I don't know, Canada? Are you tuning in from Costa Rica? Let me know where you're tuning in from. I know Christine is coming in from Kansas over there.
Kansas City.
All right. Kansas City. There's Virginia. Some of you guys I know are from California, just like I used to. Now I'm in Miami. Oh, Reno, Nevada. Ooh, like that's close to Louis. He's in Vegas right now. Chixina is Auckland. Look at this, New Zealand, Arkansas, Costa Rica, Nebraska. Awesome.
Live in the state of confusion.
I wish I was in Miami with you guys. I know. Where's our bestie? UK, gone midnight. Oh, cool, Tony. You're staying up. Rapid City for now. Miami from LA. Oh, you too? I don't know who you are. Facebook user. Let me know who you are. Your name. Oh, Ron in Reno. Cool. Cool, guys. And Christine Seal, time to go to Miami. Yes, Christine. All right. So I love this interaction with you guys. And if you are really excited about Louis's training, also smash the heart button. The more interaction, like type a bunch of 99s, the more this group will know that this training is happening. We tagged as many people as possible who wanted to learn about this event. And there's some people that are, just sleeping. They're just sleeping on this knowledge and they need to be woke. You know what I mean? So the more interaction, the more people will know about this training. We have 5,000 people in this group here. So, let them know. Okay. And then tag your friend so that they know too. Because some people are like super skeptical about, and then they're going to be in pain later on. It's not going to be pretty. All right. Well, with that said, go ahead, Louis.
Yeah, it's really not, because I mean, as I mentioned, you have two options, right? And everything comes with a risk, right? Having your money in your bank account, that's a guaranteed way to lose money, right? Or you can have a guaranteed way to accumulate your money. Now, what we're doing whenever we talk about crypto, people typically think that you're gonna buy low and then you're gonna sell high, and then this is the difference that you're making in profit, right? But what we do is completely different. Okay? And we're not going to be here talking about NFTs because that's speculation. All right, that's gambling. What we want to do is having certainty on how to make $10,000 a month every single month consistently, right? And if you don't have this predictability with your finances, you will not become financially independent. Now, becoming financially independent for everybody is very different. What we like to measure is, what does your monthly expenses look like right now? Okay, and that's our first target. So for example, if you are spending on, you have your rent, you got your car, you got groceries, whatever, any activities that you're doing month to month, and you know what that number is, let's say it's like $5,000 every single month. Okay, cool. That's a very doable target to hit, and you don't need $1 million invested, right?
Let me know what is your monthly cost in terms of like living. Is it 1K, 2K? Type 1K if it's 1,000. That means you have very low cost of living. 2K if it's $2,000 a month. 3K if you're spending $3,000 a month on rent, food, gas, 4K if you're spending 4K a month, 5K, and some of you ballers, let me know. Are you doing 10K or 20K? Who knows? So let me know, what is your K? All right, cool.
How many Ks you're spending a month? Okay, now typically, right, if you were doing the traditional way of, hey, like investing into the S&P 500, or even spending time doing things with, wow, and everybody that has, this is literally saying 3K or under, guys, I have great news for you. You will learn exactly how you can make that like this. And you don't need a bunch of money. For example, Christine, right? Christine, who's here in the chat chilling with us, just to give you a story about her. She is financially independent. She is generating 6 figures profit annually from her investments, from literally strategies that that we've been able to share inside of the coaching program, right? And it did not. And in order to make 6 figures previously, you needed to have literally $1 million deposited into somewhere, and 10% of that was 100,000, right? I'm going to show you guys how you can go ahead and do this, not by having you don't need all this money.
Christine
right?
is now a baller. Okay.
She's been a baller. Now she's a baller on autopilot. Like, she goes to now she even if she wished to switch off being a baller, she can't. She's still
She cannot unball. Once you ball, you cannot unball the ball.
Exactly. Like, it's literally impossible. Even if you were to like spend everything that you're making, like, your money is liquid. Okay, so this is another thing. So okay, so let's go ahead and not talk about any of this volatility. Once again, that we are baller on autopilot, right? Show caller. So then, instead of getting your money, right, and letting it sit in the bank, or getting into all this crypto that you may be starting trading, yeah, you can get some wins. You hear stories about people that put in $1,000 and now they have like hundreds of thousands of dollars. That's luck, right? And in order to achieve those type of numbers, again, that's pretty risky. That's very high risk, and it does not happen to absolutely everybody that participates into crypto. But we have a very different perspective on crypto, which is, instead of trading, instead of having to look at things like literally all day, well, which you could, right? But again, one, it takes time, so it's not passive, and then two, you need to really be have quite a bit of money in order to be that a success. Now, when it comes to the passive stuff, all you need to do is to follow a few simple steps, which I'll be able to share in here, and understand that, okay, cool, all of you guys are spending per month $2,000, $3,000, $5,000. It's just being able to understand what is going to give you that type of return every single month, right? For example, according to like what investment you're getting, you get a percentage in ROI, and based off of that ROI, that's what you're going to be making either annually, monthly, or weekly. Okay, so we want to be able to get and reallocate our money to places that are giving us extremely high interest rates, because when it's sitting in the savings account, we're earning 0.01%. But how many of you guys would like to be earning anywhere between 100 to 1,000% every single year after year on autopilot? Let me see you guys type
100K.
Type 100K in the comments. Yeah.
Yeah. And
right?
I've seen and it compounds. So it's not like 100K only. It's like it's compound interest.
Exactly. So this is literally, oh look, we got Tony Tovar in the house. So it's literally just the first year, right? So this is actually true. Like, we did the math with Christine, right? And so the first year, right, that she's making 100,000, this 100,000 will then turn into not just $1 million, but $3.2 million without lifting a single finger, without like doing absolutely anything. It's just, again, completely on autopilot.
Wait,
Right?
say that one more time because we have a skeptic person but listening in here. So $100,000 in 1 year will become what?
$100,000 in 5 years
5 years.
will become $3.2 million. Okay, this is without contributing monthly or to the investment. Okay, this is without having to watch it or like do absolutely anything. Like, this is true passive income, right? What is a good amount of money to put into? So based off of this, we go ahead and what is a good amount of money? What I personally do is I empty my bank account and I just put it in there every single month, right? This is literally exactly what I'm doing. So I can share my screen here, right? So I can share some.
Let's get into it. Let's get into it.
Yeah, and it was funny because I literally right before this call, I got on. Yeah, it's all compounded interest. So actually, I got in with Kakoa, who just joined the program, literally a day ago. He took action the first day, and he made within 24 hours already $3,000. And he's like, man, he's like, he didn't even watch any of the videos. He just was in the Discord, and in the Discord is where I personally share exactly what I'm buying, when I'm buying, and then we have other people that are hanging in there that are freaking awesome to mastermind with, right? And then being able to just share these ideas and what's working currently. And just to give you some perspective, less than 1% of the world is actually participating in the largest transfer of wealth that is happening right now. Now, why are these interest rates so high? Where's all this money coming from? Well, as we were already talking about, right? You have, on one end, you have Kim, who has this money, and then this money is sitting in the bank account. Then I come along, and then I want to go ahead and borrow money in the form of credit, right? So then let's say I go and I get from the bank $50,000. They're like, hey, you got to pay 20% interest on that 50,000, right? But now Kim is only earning on her money that she ended up depositing. Let's say she deposited 10,000. She's only earning 0.01% interest, literally on all of that money. Well, then I come along, and then that same money is being lent out to me from that same bank, right? And then I now have to pay not only that 50,000 back, but an extra 20%, right? So 60K total I would have to pay back to the bank. So if I am doing this, right, and she's just earning point paid just once a year. Well, we're going to be showing you, I'm going to literally show you numbers in real time that are going to be like, boom, boom, boom. You're going to see this on autopilot. So now the bank is the one that's making all this profit. What we're doing with crypto is we are going into this space that, imagine, where banks do not exist. So if there's no middle person, but that same exact activity is still happening, right? Kim is depositing into her savings account, which is run without a middle entity. Now, all of a sudden, this money can be lent out and can be mathematically calculated so that I can go in and then I can borrow this money, and then I'm still paying interest on this. But guess what? That 20% that the bank was earning previously is now going straight to Kim and every other user that decides to provide this type of liquidity, this type of cash, this type of just literally moving their money from having it in the bank account to now having it in one of these platforms that one can earn high interest rate, right? So one of these platforms, right, and this is lending. So let me show you one of these accounts. Let's go ahead and share here.
Yeah, and there's 39 of you guys on here. So let me know at this point if you are still with us. Hashtag with me, with us. If you're paying attention, if you haven't zoned off, and if you're watching from a computer, then make sure that you mute your phone. This is important enough to just put aside all the other distractions. Turn off your TV. if you have a vacuum that's running in the background, like chase after that vacuum and turn it off. And then and so make sure that you have your full attention on here. And if you're watching this from your phone, then turn the volume up. But yeah, you want to share your screen, Louis?
Yeah, I want to share my screen. So let's say I now go ahead and instead of depositing my money in the bank, right, I go and I want to make my money be productive, and I want to go ahead and actually make it work. So I go and I take my money, my dollars, right, and I can put it into a place such as this one called Anchor, okay, where I can literally earn 20% annually on my dollars. Okay, I don't need to go ahead and get any Bitcoin. I don't need to go ahead and get any type of other Ethereum or any other crypto that's out there. I can literally go in here.
Wait, are you sharing your screen? Is that what you're doing? Because you have to click share.
Share.
Oh, okay.
Share screen. Do not share it. Okay. Boom, 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 boom. Boom. Can you guys see this? Can you guys see my screen?
Not yet. I need to choose it. Okay, we are watching your screen now.
Cool. So this is your new savings account, okay? And this is where you can earn 19.47% annually. And as you guys can see, even if I move it throughout the days, the percentage is very consistent. So then this is what gives us predictability month after month in how much expected interest we're going to have yearly, monthly, weekly, daily. So now imagine you go ahead and you deposit here $50,000, $100,000. After a year, you're going to have roughly 20,000 extra dollars in here. Now year two, now you have $120,000 earning this interest, okay? And now what's cool about this stuff is that your money is never locked up. You can literally deposit, you can withdraw with a single click, okay? And then you can transfer that back into your checking account if you wanted to. But really, all it takes is it's 1-to-1 to the dollar. So that means that there's absolutely no volatility that is happening. And in this application alone, there's already $10 billion deposited in here. So there's a lot of trust that is happening out of the platform. And here we can see through time how it has actually just been continuously going up and up and up, and more people are adopting this. Okay, so you cannot go up to Chase Bank, one of the best banks in the world, and say like, hey, how much money do you guys have in your reserves? For one, they will look at you like, okay, why are you asking me that question? You crazy, right? That's what they got. This is what they're gonna be looking like you like, what? And on top of that, if all of us were to want to withdraw money from the banks, they'll go bankrupt because all this money that is just being created out of thin air does not exist, right? So in here, we're able to literally track to the dollar, to the cent, right? So we're able to track it all in here. We're able to really see how much money is deposited in these applications. There's this other cool application called Aave. Now this acts like another type of application in this financial system. Now this one, there's $26 billion. This one allows you to lend your money out, and then it also allows you to borrow money. Now the cool thing about this is when I shared here, when I shared it to people like Christine, the first time I was like, hey, did you know that on the money that you borrowed, you can actually get paid on this money? And she was like, what? And I was like, yeah, check this out. You can go ahead and actually get paid on this money. Yeah, sure. And Chase wants to charge you to keep some money in here. So what I can do now is see, okay, these are all the assets that I can actually deposit. So this is pegged to the dollar. So this is $1. This is another dollar. There's different types of cryptocurrencies that equal a dollar. Okay, so that means that there's no volatility there. Then we have other assets like Ethereum, Chainlink. If you're not familiar with these coins, all good. But there's so many different cryptocurrencies that are all fluctuating and are going up and down in value. Okay, now just to give you an idea of what this space looks like, I've literally just shown you two different applications, but inside this entire decentralized financial sector, there's already over $300 billion in here. So just imagine, this has happened in less than 2 years. Okay, this space did not exist 2 years ago. So the pace at which this has been increasing, as we literally see here, has been insane. Insane amounts of money has flown into these applications that are all trackable. You know exactly how much supply is in there. You know exactly how much people are being able to borrow, right? What type of interest you're earning per coin, okay? And then you're also able to see, if you wanted to go ahead and borrow, you're able to see what type of APY you'd be earning on this type of stuff.
Wait, Louis, are you saying that this is real? How can this be real for the skeptics that are like, what are you talking about? I earn interest if I borrow against myself. How does that work?
Yep. So let's go ahead and talk about that. And let me actually read some of these.
Some people's brains are blown. If your brain is blown because Christine is in the comments and she is our bestie, well, she's doing this all the time. She is borrowing against herself and she's earning interest. So it's a real thing for Christine. But for all of you guys, number one, do you believe this? Type 1 if you believe that. And then type 2 if you're like, you want to believe it and you might try it out. And type 3 to say, you know what, you don't believe it at all and you won't try it out. So 1, 2, or 3, let me know where are you in the skepticism level, and then Louis will go into explaining why this is even possible with because, and then if your brain is broken, type broke my brain, because this is real. It's possible.
Yeah, so let me give you some like real numbers here. Oh, look at Jamie, with the hats. So yeah, I'm actually gonna talk about that too. So entering this app, this is one of my wallets that I have here, and we're literally gonna see some real numbers. Okay, so these are 3 different assets that I deposited here. I've deposited Ethereum, I deposited some Bitcoin, and I've deposited some Avalanche in here. Now, while these numbers may not be so impressive, okay, I've literally just deposited, okay, these assets here because I did not want to sell. Because if I sold, right, I would have acquired capital gains, right, and I would have been taxed on my gains that happened from me investing into these assets. So what I did is I deposited it in here so that they could be lent out, but I'm also able to use these same assets as collateral. So then that means that I'm able to borrow, okay, against the value that's in here. So total value that we have in here is about $52,000, and we see this fluctuating literally in real time. You guys see that? That's no lie right there, right? The interest that you're earning right here, boom, you see it again compounding in real time. And then what I decided to do was I wanted to borrow some of this because debt is not taxable. Okay, debt in America is non-taxable. So I went ahead and I borrowed stable coins, which again is all dollars. Now, when I borrowed, guess what? I did not have to go through credit checks. I do not have any type of minimum payments on this money that I've borrowed. Everything is just being populated in real time. So let's go ahead and see the APY that I need to be paying on this loan, pretty much, that I borrowed against myself, 3.67%. And all of this is being accumulated in real time. So as you guys can see, that number, the same way that I'm earning, is the same way that this type of money that it's earning interest is being calculated, again, in real time. So it's borrowing roughly, let's say, $33,000, which is almost 63% of the total that has been deposited. Okay, now on top of all of this, let's say I'm earning some interest here and there. But since I was able to borrow some of these coins, this then goes directly to my digital bank account, right? In this case, I'm using a wallet for that. Now, all of this money appears directly, like literally within a couple of seconds, it appears into my wallet. And now I can go ahead and take this money and reinvest it and put it into some other places so I can continue growing my money. Now, what are some of those places, you may ask? Well, like, we have different options. I like to accelerate my wealth, and one of the most fun places that I end up depositing my dollars in is this place called Wonderland. So,
Oh, guys, before we continue, I should have
yeah.
done this disclaimer way in the beginning. This is not financial advice. This is not financial advice at all. But this is what Louis is doing, and these are the things that he sees and he helps people with. So yeah, okay. Just to make that clear, because this is not financial advice. All right, go ahead.
Yeah, that's another thing, and that's funny because I've met so many people that, of course, in like having one conversation, it's probably not, may not change your mind. I mean, a whole lot of people like understand this, but it's been cool to see people, for example, like Christine, who literally earlier this year was like, no, nothing. She did not want to do absolutely anything, right, with crypto, and now she's a full-on degen. She is full-on
She is
into, like, these places,
she is
educating others. She is like literally, doing her own thing with it, and it's been cool how immersed she has gotten into this field, and it's super awesome to watch her growth and yeah, and everything that she's been able to achieve, literally in some in some time. So I have some bitcoins and cash I have due to my friend Antonio. Okay, so here's the thing with having it in platforms like he is a farmer in real life. Oh my god,
she is. She's
she
lives
the thing
on
with
a
having,
farm. Anyways,
she really lives on a farm in California, right? So let me, actually, I don't know why
you stop sharing
I'm
screen,
lagging a little
Louis.
bit, but I want to continue sharing my screen here and give you guys some more. Yeah, I did. I'm gonna go back to sharing. Was it lagging?
Yeah, your reception is not that great over there. I don't know where you are, but it's not the best reception wherever you are. Try to jump out and then jump back in, maybe, and then close a bunch of your browsers windows. All right, maybe Louis will hop. Are you back, Louis? Yeah, you are lagging. Let me private chat you. Yes, you are lagging. Jump out and jump back in. Louis is going to stick it out with us even though he is lagging like crazy.
Was I okay?
You're okay now. I'll buy you internet. Whoever said I'll buy you internet. All right, Louis, I'm going to kick you out and then you can come back in. All right, I kicked Louis out and I am going to have him come back in. Damn it, Louis. Where are you when you're doing these trainings? You need to have like 1 gig up, 1 gig down. You're like black now. I don't even see your face. All right, have no fear. Louis is probably going to close some browsers and he's going to continue training you. So just a recap. He showed you Anchor protocol. So Anchor is a place where you can put in stable coins, which are 1-to-1, so it doesn't fluctuate. And then when you put that in, you can have 20% APY, okay, which is better than the banks. Louis, it's like upgrade your parents' internet, Louis. Louis, you're still laggy. They killed Epstein and now they're blocking Louis. Oh my gosh, is that what's going on? Jesus. He'll come back. Don't worry. Louis is resilient as heck. All right. So Christine, do you want to educate? You know what's so funny? Christine and Tony Tovar are here. And Tony Tovar has been like investing in crypto for a while. And they're both insane. They are both degens at this point, I think. Christine, let's have you substitute in Louis's place while Louis is trying to get his internet back. I am streaming through StreamYard, and StreamYard is pretty stable. If you have stable internet, it will be stable. It just depends on what internet you have. But so far, what you've learned, is it something new for you guys? Type new if this is a new thing. Like, oh my gosh, the banks give me 0.01% and they pay me once a year. And then now, Anchor Protocol and Aave, I can be the bank. I can borrow against myself, and there's no limit, and there's no credit checks, and I earn interest on top of me borrowing against myself, and that's real. Yeah. So yeah, someone's like Miss New Booty, and then semi-new. Okay, we have a bunch of newbies. Send me the link. All right. Let me go ahead and let me invite Christine in. Christine is almost a pro at this point. Where are you, Louis? I'm gonna have Christine come in until you are coming back. Okay. Christine is Go High Level Queen. Do you guys know Christine? Christine. Here, Christine. I'll have you jump on in to talk about how the things are real. How the shit is real. All right, Christine. Anytime. Anytime Christine can jump in. And then Louis will jump back in, to get this show on the road. What's your main group that you're streaming in? The main group I'm streaming in is this one. It is called hashtag GroupConvert training. It's for all the GroupConvert people, but this is really for everyone globally, worldwide. Again, not financial advice at all. And I know I have to be careful with those things. And the truth is, to me, the banks have been giving you a little tiny cut of whatever they've been making on your money. Very little. And then they fine you repeatedly if you don't have money. So that's kind of, backwards. But that's the truth. Oh, yes. Tony is coming in too. Maybe Christine and Tony. Okay. Well, if Christine or Tony or whoever comes in and then Louis jumps back in, then I'm kicking both of you guys out. So Louis will continue his training. But check your messenger messages. I sent you both an invite. Oh man. Okay. Takes a village. This takes a village. Oh, Tony is here. Christine, you're a little bit too slow right there. Tony, no, what's up? Oh my gosh, the man, the myth, the legend is back.
It's funny because I wanted to show off this new thing I had someone create. It's awesome. How are you? So I was
so good.
I was gonna say too that, guys, the thing that, just so that you know how Kim was asking, if you're number one and you are just starting off and you're either skeptical or not, the point is, and you're probably gonna see my kiddo. The point is that it's really just like your savings account is no longer where you want to keep your money. That's just true. If you can believe that, let me know. Can you understand now that like at least you don't like keeping your money in a savings account is just deteriorating. It's being beat out even by inflation, right? At this point. Because if you literally go bankrate.com and look for savings accounts, interests, and even the best banks, Goldman Sachs, even the top banks in the industry are only giving you at most like 0.65% APR on the year, which is ridiculous. Like why would you? I don't know. I just feel like, you know what? If you want to make money and you want your money to deteriorate over time and you want to buy less over time, keep your money in the savings account with the traditional banking. There he is. The man, the myth, the legend. Kick me out. He's back, I think.
No, let's wait until he's actually back.
Okay. just to understand what Lewis is talking about too, and I feel like it really needs to be pressed in, is a savings account is no longer an option. Can we agree on that? Everybody, let me know in the chats. Can we agree that a savings account with a traditional banking firm is no longer an option? And if it isn't an option, then you need to start looking for other ways to do that. Lewis, how are you, bro?
Lewis, your lag is like extreme right now.
It's really bad.
Oh no, it's getting better. It's getting better. But maybe you should also do a hotspot from your phone. You should do a hotspot from your phone to. Is that what you're doing right now? Is that why it's so slow? I don't know. But Tony is here.
No, it's not the internet. It's just literally lagging so much. I have no idea why. I've never experienced this.
Yeah, it's weird because I've seen you do trainings there
too.
It's interesting. Yes, banks are a terrible place to keep your money. Absolutely.
Yeah, no, this is the first time I'm doing this.
Yeah. All right. So, Lewis, are you back? So you're living in the largest transfer of wealth in history. Oh my God. Christine is here.
Let's
what
go.
Kind of training has this become? This is Tony Tolar.
I couldn't get on either.
I couldn't pass up the opportunity to hang out with Crypto Jesus, man. Come on, let's go.
Oh look, Rachel's here too.
I think he's good. I think, dude, let's go. I was just telling folks that like literally it's no longer an option to have money in the bank. Absolutely not. Like even with the small fees that it costs to move money from fiat to crypto, it's absolutely worth it. Even if all your so let's say that you're not even thinking about big numbers. If that scares you, I think you have to understand that Lewis, when he says that you have to think about ways to accelerate your money fast enough so that you can beat inflation, beat the stupid rates that you're getting at the bank, you've got to move things over to crypto. And there's so much money right now in crypto that it just doesn't make sense to not do it. It doesn't make sense to not do it. Is that what I gathered, Lewis?
Yeah. And there's a ton of people that have millions of dollars just like freaking in the bank. Like just today, I moved into a penthouse, and one of my roommates, he's like, "Yeah, I have 2 million just around," and I'm like, "What?" He's like, "Yeah, I have $100,000 in crypto, but."
Well, and when you look at wallets, when you look at the people that are actually actively doing stuff in trading, they have when they're making trades, it's like hundreds of thousands of dollars at any given time, and that's what like really boggles my mind, right?
All right, so should we kick? I'm going to kick Christine and Tony out. Lewis, we're going to continue the training with you. Bye, everyone. Thanks for your random guest appearance. Oh, man, I love this community. Everyone's so nice.
That was pretty freaking awesome. That was freaking awesome. All right. So Marie asked a good question. What is the smallest denomination of our money that you can move into crypto? You can literally get started for $1. There's no minimum. There's no maximum when it comes to what you're doing with crypto. And let's see. And when it comes to, so let's see. We have Ben. Ben said, I've been keeping money in total stock market funds, getting 10% returns, but interested. Yeah, Ben, I mean, like just by moving all of that onto Anchor Protocol, you're already doubling the amount of returns that you're generating annually.
Oh
Literally
shit,
just
Rachel. Rachel's my friend, Rachel S. Lee. She's like, I think that is dangerous, bad advice to tell people not to keep any money in the bank. So do you want to clarify that? Or you're like, no. Not financial advice, but no money in the bank.
not financial advice. That is not what I said, though. I never told anybody not keep money in the bank. I personally keep. Oh, Tony. I personally keep. And I let people know, like, hey, keep 3 to 6 months worth of expenses in your bank account. Would that be personal or for business expenses? Keep any of that. I personally keep 3 months worth of expenses at all times in my bank account, and that's the maximum that I keep in my bank account. Everything else, every dollar over that goes directly and gets invested, right? Because I can predictably know when this $1 is going to turn into 2, into 3, into 4, into 5, and what is the time frame in which that's going to happen. So yeah, that's literally the only thing that I keep there. Everything else is invested. People ready for invest? Yes. So yeah, everything's even, for example, when it comes to stocks, right? Super cool that I'm still feeling laggy here. It's like I will be able to share my screen and show some more in-depth stuff.
I think you can share if you turn off your video. Even if you lag, I think your audio is coming through. So when you share your screen, then turn off your video.
All right, cool. I'm gonna go ahead and share my screen and show you guys like some cool places that even if you are against any of these volatile assets, well, guess what? You can literally invest into the S&P 500. You can invest into Tesla stock. You can go ahead and invest Amazon, whatever you want to invest in through crypto. And on top of that, right, you are getting access to the appreciation of the stock. But what you can also do now is you can use that same stock that you have. You can send it, you can receive it, you can go ahead and even use it as collateral so that you can borrow against that stock. Like, imagine being able to literally be able to borrow against your Tesla in appreciating in value, but you don't want to sell so you can gain the profits from it. Well, guess what? Now you can use it as collateral, you can borrow against it and benefit from the profits without having to actually sell, right? So I'm going to show you one place that you can go to so that you can do this. And I'm about to share my screen right now, but I am still feeling laggy over here, so it kind of sucks. But
he's about to share his screen. Yeah, he's gonna share his screen. Calm down a little bit. we are operating.
Yeah, no, this is insane. Anyway, screw the banks.
Where are you? Are you at home? Are you at home, Louis?
I am in Miami right now. Yeah.
Are you in that place with Brian?
No. Okay, there we go. Sharing my screen and share my screen. Let me know if you guys can see this now. Oops, no, not yet.
Not yet.
All right.
We are getting there. Don't worry, you guys. Oh, that's Ben. Hey, Ben. Ben was at GroupConvert Live 2021. We are actually going to be doing GroupConvert Live 2022 in February. So if you guys are interested in finding out more about that, hashtag VIP ticket. Just let me know. All right. So, okay. His screen is successfully shared. Louis, your screen is shared.
Awesome. So as you guys can see here, this is an application in DeFi, right? Where we can go ahead and, again, use crypto in the form of dollars. You can come in here if you don't want to get exposure to volatility. You can literally just come in here and buy these stocks. I mean, you can buy some more crypto, but you can go ahead and buy Amazon, if you wanted to, you can go ahead and buy the S&P 500, right? So now imagine you go ahead and you buy this, and you can, I told you guys, you can borrow against it without having to sell, right? If you want to benefit from the profits, you don't have to sell this, but you can actually take, you can borrow against it and use it as collateral. Another thing that you can do is you can farm, and whenever you are farming, all you got to do is literally just deposit that same stock that you end up getting. So let's see the S&P 500, right? It's earning you on average 10% annually, which does not beat inflation. So Ben, I'm sorry to inform you that that money, you're pretty much just breaking even, right? You're not even really earning much on those on that fund. So now if you were to like literally just get it in here and you have the S&P, now you're earning an extra 13% on what you were already holding. So how cool is that? Like imagine like Facebook stock, boom, you're holding it, and then on top of that, you'll be earning an extra 13% for other stocks. And we can go ahead and put this, for example, with Tesla, you could be earning almost 30% extra a year, just literally by holding inside a Robinhood. Wouldn't you guys want to just hold it in here, right? Wouldn't it just be beneficial to just continuing to have whatever you own, the assets that you already are holding, be able to earn as much as possible? So you can go ahead and do that here. Now you can, the same idea, you can go ahead in here and do it with other cryptocurrency. So let's say I want to go into,
Wait, is everyone catching up to what Louis just showed you guys? Is everyone like caught up with it? Is anyone confused? Type 1 if you understand what he's saying, and then type 2 if you're like, I'm lost. So just want to make sure you're with me. Smash that heart button if you found value from this training so far. You know, you guys are my community. I bring in really amazing people now and then. I don't do this often at all, as you have seen. But Louis is you know, one of those people that I'm like, dude, you are just killing it. So okay, cool. So some of you guys aren't following, some of you guys are. All right. Most advisors are high paid company pushers. Okay, some people are lost. All right. So what is mirror protocol? And then
so this is a place where you get access to stocks, right? Commodities, and also, for example, Greg's talking about metals, right? So imagine your gold that you can literally have, which you have it in physical form, right? You need to go to a physical location and then trade it in for value. Here you can hold digitally, and on top of that, you'll be earning an extra 13%. So even if you were to go ahead and buy, you know, some gold here, boom, you can literally hold it. It's doing the same exact value from that, and now you're earning an extra 10% on this. So this is literally all that's doing it here. In the same way that we've already seen that we can gain interest, right, on the things that we're holding. So instead of holding it in your app, in any of these apps like Robinhood or any of these brokerages that you have available, you can put it in here. And I'm actually going to be connecting to my wallet here in a sec. And you're going to be able to see what difference it makes to hold your cryptocurrency, right, inside or any other asset, right, such as gold, any type of stocks. Instead of just holding it in your current applications, you are going to be able to leverage these apps that exist on the blockchain to be able to earn higher interest on everything that you own.
All right. So do you guys get that? Instead of holding assets in Robinhood or these other places, you could have your asset earn interest in this manner. Oh man, I think I'm not as advanced right now to even explain this shit. Oh my god. Oh my gosh.
No, that was good.
So sorry. Okay, and then also, Louis, I was thinking a way for you to have your audio be better is to maybe tune in with your phone in by audio, and then like with your
and then just share my
computer.
screen.
Yeah. I'm thinking that would be because your phone is stronger, right? Your phone has its own network and everything. Maybe try it.
Yes,
Let me
yes.
see.
Give me one second. Yeah. So
Text.
Ron asks, what about if wallets get hacked? Well, Ron, let me tell you something, my man. Wallets do not get hacked on the internet. They tell you like, oh, this thing got hacked and blah blah, and that's not true. You cannot. This is why we use crypto. You have higher chances of losing your money in the bank versus what you're doing here. So yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and do that. I'm gonna go ahead and connect from my phone, so I can have my audio in there.
Yeah, because I want your audio to be like clear,
Okay, cool.
if possible.
It's possible. There we go.
La-di-da.
So I'll mute.
Okay, so let's add to the stream.
And I'm gonna go ahead and share my screen again.
Okay.
Just so we're able to tap into here. And I'm connecting my wallet right now, just so you guys can again see the really inside crazy opportunities that exist for your money. Instead, let's see.
Oh my God, Rachel, you got $40,000 stolen? Jesus. All right.
Rachel,
Sorry.
I'm actually I actually am the lost and found king. I can help you find your crypto.
Rachel, you should connect with Louis. He'll try to help you find it.
No, literally, like so many people in the group, they're like, oh, I don't know where like this is out, or like they lost something, and we literally go live on these calls, and we always find their money. 100% of the time, we found people's money.
Wow, 100.
Yeah, we've done it literally live, time and time again, and even money that people didn't even know they had in their wallets, like they just forgot about it, and then boom, like, hey, Merry Christmas. Here's some money. I cannot
Rachel,
see
actually,
see comments here. Okay, there we go. Now I can see
Rachel,
comments.
you told me that you bought Ledger, the Ledger where you could put your money in there. Yeah, how many of you guys have like bought crypto and totally forgot about it, and then years later you look back and you're like, oh shoot, what's that password again? Forgot. That's what happened to me. I don't know, I bought some kind of coin a long time ago, 2012. And so I'm like, what? I remember I bought something. And then I looked back and I just had to really rabbit hole find out the password. And then I saw that it was like 5K just like sitting around. I'm like, oh my God. Anyways, go ahead.
Yeah, I'm actually gonna be hanging out with Rachel and Russell over the weekend in Vegas.
Ooh. Get it.
That should be fun. That's gonna be fun.
I thought Rachel and Russell is in. Oh, they're all over the place. I thought they were in California, but I mean Vegas is very close to college.
Yeah.
Is it for your birthday? Is it for your birthday?
No, I think Rachel's going to an event.
Rachel and Russell, they're really big into NFTs. Have you heard of Yori Wallet? Yori Wallet? Have you heard of Yori Wallet?
I have heard. Oh man, Why couldn't we do this through Zoom, Kim?
I know I wanted to do it through Zoom, but my team is like, let's do StreamYard so we can tag. And I think we can still tag on Zoom if we
Gotcha.
stream it.
Yeah. I literally haven't experienced this before where, I'm experiencing this much of a lag. This never happened.
Look, Rachel says, Louis, if you recover the 40,000, we'll give you 20,000.
Oh, snap.
Oh, snap.
Say
oh,
less.
my gosh. And if you can't, you can give me $20. Look at Rachel negotiate on a freaking live stream. Oh, my gosh.
That's funny.
Yo, Roy.
You're Roy. Okay, here we go. So I'm gonna share my screen again.
Okay, let's try it.
Here we go. Let's see.
This is Ron Wilder. Ron actually, man, a lot of you guys, met up with each other in real life. Ron Wilder, Ron met Louis. Oh, shoot, your screen. Yes, let's go. All right, yeah. I see it.
So here there's a lot of opportunities that also exist in this space that, I showed you guys like, hey, you can earn 20% on your dollars. But now this is involving other cryptocurrencies that are available. And this requires a little bit more attention than others. But this is the type of percentage that one can tap into, right? This is literally what's possible inside of decentralized finance. You're able to benefit from many different percentages. I mean, 700%, 500% on all these different coins that one can purchase and then just deposit and be generating this high percentage. And then all of this, by the way, it's auto compounded, right? All the tools that I've showed you guys continues to be auto compounded.
Who is in Beefy Finance? Type 1 if you are in Beefy Finance, and then type 0 if you are not. Are you earning 500,000 AP, 500% APY? Are you earning? What is that?
In this platform alone, APY? There's like almost 250 million, so $250 million in here.
Are you part of the $250 million contribution to Beefy? If not, type 0. If you were like, what is beefy? Is beefy a thing you describe meat, or is it,
Are you cracking jokes right now?
Yeah. This is how I like to do interviews, Louis.
Hell yeah, no, this is awesome. Now there's this other place, right? Like, okay, we see that the interest, you can get hundreds of percentages. Okay, that's cool. But what's even cooler is
if it loads. Well, once it loads, this will blow your mind.
Guys, and I mean, like, this is for newbies. Anybody can literally tap into this. I'm just giving you guys a high level overview of the possibilities and what you can access by learning how to move your money into this space, by learning how to move your money from the old world, which is your current bank accounts, to the new world and putting it into wallets, to applications that literally act like a savings account, applications that act like a bank that you're able to borrow money from, right? You're going to be able to do absolutely all of these things in this space. And that's why I'm not like diving like super deep into it. Just want to be able to give you exposure on how to do this. And then I'll go ahead and stop sharing my screen and kind of answer some questions here on, for example, like where to get started, how to do these type of things. What would be like your first steps into doing this for somebody that's a complete beginner, for somebody that has maybe never even purchased any type of crypto before.
Yeah, the thing is, this applies to super newbie beginners because of compound interest. Again, not financial advice, none of this, but because of compound interest, even if you put $100, you're gonna see some kind of movement. You're gonna see some kind of change, and especially when it's 70,000% APY, which is 70. I'm gonna say it again, 70,000% APY, which is insane. Oh, Lisa's here. Hey, Lisa. Hubby has a wallet. We have some AMC.
It's a scary cat face. Yeah, whenever it comes to that, this is what you'll notice. A lot of these applications have the silliest of names, have the silliest of logos. And this is because there is an ongoing debate versus, typical traditional finance where people get in suits, go to work and all of this. And now this is for the people, right? This is for people like you and I that can tap into these things and have access to the tools that only billionaires had in the past. And so a lot of it revolves around memes, right? And while this can all be silly, the money that is being generated here is 100% real. I mean, like Kim, by jumping into one of these things, I mean, you can share the story, Kim, like what you ended up doing literally your first week of doing this type of stuff.
Yeah. So yeah, in my first week, or literally the day, I think, before I joined, I think Lewis made me money. And then I'm like, I need to pay Lewis more money because he made me money. I put $15,000 in, and $15,000, I'm going to say, is a lot of money for some people. I am more high risk. Just, I don't know. Christine is even more high risk than me, I feel. but I put 15K, and then I saw that it was 30K within 7 days because of this. And at the time, API was higher. It was like 85,000%. And time was also a different price. But the point is, look, I didn't do anything, and I made that money. Even if it was a fraction of 15,000, even if it was, I don't know, 10,000, I would have been ecstatic that I made that type of money without doing any work. So, and it came because Lewis and I was hanging out, and we had our laptops, and there was other people, and we just shifted US dollars over and over and over into this. So, and you can take it out anytime. You can take it out right away if you want. So it's not something that they hold it and then you can't get it out.
Exactly. And here, I want to address some of these comments that we have here. Christine sold her house, her cars, her husband, and firstborn to be able to invest into crypto.
Lewis is gonna be at my live event in February. We're gonna have our laptop.
Yeah, I won't be lagging then, and I'll be able to share some more in-depth stuff there and actual strategy. But I mean, check it. Like all the people that are here sharing on the comments, what they've ended up making. I mean, investing $500 and now made over 13,000 because of the compounded interest, right? So just to give you some perspective, I mean, there's close to literally $2 billion in here, right? $2 billion doesn't just sit into a specific account that is not trusted by people, right? There's no way that you can gain that much traction on something that's silly or something that may be a scam. Greg says 33% of Americans have less than 5,000 in retirement savings. Yeah, actually, over 75% of Americans don't even have $2,000 in their bank account. Okay, and that's a real statistic. So another aspect to this, because DeFi and crypto isn't the only thing when it comes to managing your money. Another big aspect is understanding credit and understanding how to leverage debt. Because if you continue to only rely on ways to make money, right? One, you're going to have to increase your skill set so that you can provide more value to the marketplace so that you can then charge more and make more money. Or two, you go ahead and you learn how to get access to debt, access to money. And a lot of people turn to credit, right? And then when they get access to credit, let's say you get a $10,000 credit card, people tend to go ahead and use this money to buy things that don't appreciate in value. So if you go ahead and you take this same exact $10,000 and imagine you put it into something that's low risk, in this case, I'm going to compare it to like the S&P 500, right? Even if you put it there and that has already a track record of 100 plus years, well, now you'd be making that 10% annually on your 10,000. After 12 months, well, now your 10,000 becomes 11,000. Of course, for us that's in crypto, we've been spoiled by these really high interests that we can tap into. So 10%, I mean, even 20% people in my program laugh at, but that's the reality of it, right? Being able to understand how to leverage other people's money, how to leverage the bank's money, get that money, and then put it into places that you are making much more than either we're typically going for 0% interest, or even if you got to get a loan at like 5%, if you're making an extra 50% on that, well, now you're pocketing the 45% that's being made on that money that wasn't doing absolutely anything otherwise, right? So that's just to give you an idea as to how we get people that literally make a few $1,000s a month, and we get them to become financially independent by using this system, which is really a holistic approach to finance, where you're understanding how to leverage debt properly and knowing exactly where to allocate it, so you're multiplying your money in a risk-free way, and that's not also tied to your personal assets.
Yeah, that's so crazy. Just and for the more risk averse people that are like, oh, all it comes down to is math. It is like at the end of the day, it's really math. If that money is not doing anything, like why do you just leave it there? Why, when the math can show that, hey, if you do put it over here, then this is the interest that you'll get back on it. And I feel like if you don't trust anything, just trust the math as well. But someone asked about GroupConvert Live. GroupConvert Live, we rented out a mansion. It's going to be in Florida, and Lewis will be there in real life. And again, he won't lag in real life. It's in Ocean Ridge, Florida. So I'm really excited for that, because like the things that you see that he shared is just part of it. It's just like a piece of everything that's out there. But we just wanted to like really give you the jam-packed piece, like the oomph, Yeah, you're back and you're not laggy.
Yeah, now I'm doing it from my phone, so I don't know if you can hear me okay, if you can see me fine.
Yeah. When is that? It's February the 17th to the 20th. If you guys want to grab a ticket, I'm just going to drop the link into the comments.
You said February 17th through the 20th?
Yeah. Is that not a good date for you?
I'm like, oh shit, I'm already. No, I'm just kidding. No, that's awesome. I mean, I'm looking forward to it. And let's see. Yeah, and of course I won't be lagging there. I'll be able to whip out my computer and everything and be able to share with you guys many more things. But when it comes to just all things finance, I mean, all of this stuff, you hear a lot of noise regarding crypto, you see a lot of ads regarding crypto. This is such an amazing time to get involved and time to learn, because as I mentioned, you are either going to lose money by it sitting in your bank, or you can have your money working for you in different vehicles. It doesn't have to be crypto. Crypto is the best vehicle to build wealth and build it at such an accelerated pace, unlike anything we've ever witnessed before, right? Or you can, again, just like leave it in your bank while it's doing absolutely nothing for you. So
I see Rob giving these comments of like not live or whatever like that. Just so you guys know, Lewis was at my first live event, not as a speaker. He was just like an attendee, and he was just just meeting other people. And the way that he got into my world was he helped a lot of friends just make money without even charging them anything, just helping them out. So the value of Lewis coming into like our world is that he was just willing to just share, and he didn't ask for anything. He didn't even have a program put together, but now he has a solid program, a solid community. But the reason why I have him come on here, not to sell tickets, you guys, it is literally to say that this is something important to pay attention to. If you guys, it's one of those things where it's not about being the smartest, the person in the room. Even it's about like seeing the way of the world and seeing how these changes have affected the economy. And even if all you do, even if you're super skeptical, the fact that you'll Google maybe Wonderland or YouTube it, and then you'll see like a million videos probably, or you look into it, that is to me like a great value add to this community for you to even see the existence of any of this that he shared today. So just go and by the comments, there's a lot of people. I get it. You might be skeptical. You might feel like, oh, she's just trying to push this. But just take a step back. Like, it's not the one ticket that I sell that is going to, do anything. It is really the mere exposure to this information that will create that curiosity in you, that even if you don't buy anything, at all from any of us, you go and you figure that out. It's going to be such a
and let me add to that as well, because guys, I know Kim personally and I've known her for years. She doesn't need another sale to change her life. Like, she's a 1%er. She is good for the rest of her life, especially now with what she knows how to do with crypto. She's set for the rest of her life. I've been financially independent already for a few years, and I don't need anybody's money for this as well. Because I had seen a comment that said, "More BS, don't fall for this," right? And of course, it's somebody that probably hasn't done any type of research on this stuff. And again, people can be skeptical. I don't benefit absolutely anything from showing you any of these things that I shared. I literally have no affiliation to them, and even if I wanted to, I couldn't, because all of this stuff is decentralized. Like, all of this stuff is not tied to an entity. That's the whole purpose of you becoming your bank, of you being able to take ownership of what you do with your money, how you go ahead and you handle your own transactions that you're doing on the day-to-day, and for you to be empowered and for you to be able to go to sleep at night knowing that your money's making more money, and that money's making more money, and that money's making more money, right? And then you'll be able to sleep fine and teach it to your loved ones, because anybody from absolutely anywhere in the world can do this, as I had mentioned earlier. There's no barrier to entry. So it's super cool, to be able to experience this and be living through a time where this opportunity is possible, which was not possible in the past, right? And we are, with the evolution of everything happening, it's moving at such a rapid pace that either you adapt with it and you begin to learn about these tools and about these resources and you educate yourself, or you will then just kind of get left behind, because similar to how the internet kind of came about, right? It was like, once upon a time, you were reading the news through newspapers, right? Now you literally get this through through digital information. I mean, through the internet, right? And things begin to evolve. The world begins to change, and we know that we need to adapt. This is just one of the things. And when it comes to money, especially if you guys are following Kim, you are either interested in building your own business or earning more, right? And this is exactly what the type of stuff that you're going to be implementing into your business. I mean, a bunch of the biggest tech companies in the world are now implementing this and slowly transitioning into that. So whether you like it or not, right, it's going to be a part of your life. It's either like, do you want to do it and adapt to it and start looking into it on your own, or is it just going to be forced upon you and you're going to be forced to adapt? And then when that time comes, well, guess what? I mean, I think we're still gonna be early. You know, a few years from now, less like literally the 1% of the world is involved with all of this stuff that we're doing. And yes, more regulations will come about as well. Um, but right now, it's a really exciting time to be able to do this. Of course, with guidance, just be careful, you know, when going on there because there's risks, there's scams. You know, it is such a brand new space, and there as much upside that there is to it, that comes with risk. But thankfully, I have taken those L's for you guys, and I mean, this is why you hear stories like Kim. You know, this is why you hear stories like Christine diving into crypto and being successful at it. Because I mean, like, I haven't lost tens of thousands; I've lost hundreds, like literally hundreds of thousands of dollars, doing this type of stuff, right? Because there was no manual, there's no mentorship. Like this stuff is like so brand new that I've had to test on my own, and this is what I do for a living. Like this is what I get paid to do, and this is how I make my money. So yeah, that's
Yeah.
pretty much all I got.
That's amazing, Louis. I love what you said in the end. It's just amazing. And everyone's really supportive. There was one naysayer, but I'm gonna expect it. There's gonna be someone who's skeptical, and it's fine. But yeah, what you said, I really resonated with, and a lot of people resonated with you that you have sacrificed. You know, if Louis didn't lose hundreds of thousands of dollars, he wouldn't figure out all the things that he showed you today. You know, he showed you like the top stuff he figured out. So you know, you guys don't have to lose that much money. So just super grateful that you're in this community. Christine, you know, here's the thing. If you can help people make money and be financially free, they kind of owe you for life. Like, I'm a super fan of Louis, and so is Christine, obviously, because she's like here, even though she's doesn't need to, you know, she can be anywhere she wants in the world, and she's here to support Louis because of like we know Louis. We meet up with him live. I hung out with Louis just yesterday at a hookah bar. So like I meet up with Louis. I know him, and I've seen him. So, you know, I know that he's the real deal. That's why I brought him here. I would not interview or bring anyone to train you guys if they're like barely know them. Maybe in the past I did because I was just, you know, interviewing anyone and everyone, but I don't do that anymore. As you can see, I really like, this is not normal. I only bring in someone else into this group if they are for sure going to give you immense value. So with that said, again, I do want to give you guys like, you know, free software and everything like that. And Louis has 3 slots that he can do like a strategy session with 3 of you guys. Some of you guys are like, hey, let's connect. So I want to drop a link into the comments for you to be able to connect with Louis through my link so that I know to give you the bonus. So it's groupconvert.com/passive because it's all about passive income. So you go in there. It's very easy. It's a very simple page. I whipped it up super quickly because I'm just like, let's keep this simple. It's Louis's face and some arrows. And it's like, you know, be able to connect with Louis and claim the free software gift. If you already have GroupConvert, you bought the lifetime, then we offer free installation of GroupConvert. So, and this is something we usually charge $127 for. So it's a good deal if you want to take advantage of that. And then it also leads you into the link of how to connect with Louis, because some of you guys are probably messaging him on Facebook just directly. Louis
You can
is
hit
a
me up
good
on
person
Instagram.
to
I like
connect
hanging
with.
out on Instagram.
Oh yeah, and Instagram. And yeah, so I'll add your Instagram handle. I'll add a link to your Instagram too on the thank you page as well, Louis. But, you know, again, Louis is here. He's in this group himself. So he's been in my community. And the reason why I even found Louis was I interviewed him 3 years ago for Ecom a long time ago. But yeah, it's been a ride. And then he's going to be at the live event. So fly into Miami in February 17th to the 20th. We're going to have a fun time. There's going to be a pool party. We're going to have a blast. And it was because of a live event where I met Luis that I figured out how to, do the thing and make it happen. So if I didn't meet him and it was all virtual, I don't know if I would have done it, Luis. If it was like a Zoom room, I don't know. But I had to sit there with my laptop to do it.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
that's
of course. Like
Yeah.
when it comes to that, guys, again, this is such new technology that it's normal to feel uncomfortable. It's normal to feel scared, frightened, because you're stepping into the unknown, right? Like this stuff did not exist, and it's not like we have a manual or like there's not even courses out there. This is why I do have my own program, right? But that's why there's literally no courses out there that will like teach you this type of stuff. I mean, they don't teach this stuff at a university, right? And I doubt that they'll be teaching it for years to come. So we are very early when it comes to using this new technology. We're early adopters. And with that, of course, if you have the belief, right, if you want to be able to engage and take advantage of this opportunity, amazing, learn. But if not, one already knows how these things play out and the way that this world moves and that we have already experienced over the years. I can tell you with certainty, it's going to affect every single aspect of our life, not just our finances, right? And so just a matter of adapting with it, learning, being in the know. Of course, don't get shiny object syndrome, right? From any of the things that you do. Focus on your business, but this can supplement your income. But this is a way to continuing focusing on generating cash flow, doing what you're doing, and then being able to have that money that you've generated make you more money and continue to compound it over time.
We met on a yacht, is what Christine said. All right, you guys, that's all. I took a lot of Luis's time today. He's a very busy person. So make sure you go to that link, GroupConvert.com. You guys know GroupConvert /passive. That's it. It's very simple. It's a very simple opt-in. You just put your name and then an email will be sent to you. And yeah, it's pretty simple. But if you are coming from me, if you are connecting to Luis through me, just say, Kim Dang, I saw you in Kim Dang's group. All right. Someone signed up for a call. Maddie Ruggs signed up for a call. Oh, Maddie. Hey, Maddie is someone that we met live in Costa Rica. So remember? Oh, wait, nice. You weren't there. You weren't in Costa Rica. But anyways, I met him live in Costa Rica and another person from Costa Rica. All right. Well, that's it for you. That's it for today. I'm gonna go ahead and put Luis back into the green room. Thank you so much, Luis. And then I will show you a little bit about the event location where Luis will be there. He's gonna be speaking, and definitely go through that opt-in, schedule a call with Luis. There's only 3 slots available on the call, so be fast, be quick, do it. And then and see you guys. And Luis, see you maybe for your birthday. I think I might go there for your birthday.
It's like second week of January. We'll turn up in Vegas.
Yeah, let's go. And Tony is gonna come. All right. Okay, cool. Yeah, another person said Ron is gonna be talking to you tomorrow. So okay, cool. All right, I'm going to put Luis in the green room now, and you can X out Luis after you're in the green room. Okay, cool. You guys, was that an awesome training or what? That was an awesome training or what? You're like, it's a what, Kim? Just kidding. I'm going to share my screen, and I'm going to just kind of show you the event itself here. Share screen. Share the entire screen. This is where it's going to be. It's February 17th to the 20th, Ocean Ridge, Florida. Get your tickets here. And it's limited to 45 people. So grab it. Luis is there as a speaker. My team is going to be there. And what worth is it to come? What is it worth to come and be surrounded by people who are killing it? You know, Louis is a 1%er. He is making a killing with crypto, and to be in the same room as someone who is as people who are like that. So what is that worth to you? And that is where our focus there is, how to get income from Facebook groups. And then after you have income from Facebook groups, what are you going to do about it? What are you going to do? Again, not financial advice, but Louis will be there. He'll have his laptop. We'll have our laptops, and we're going to go and do a bunch of crazy things together, along with having a pool party. This is the location. It's really big, and it's very pretty. And so, yeah, go to groupconvert.com/live-2022. And we have a bunch of testimonials, as well as a trailer on the past event that we did. Another thing, one last thing, is that this Saturday we have a training that is paid. Louis' training today was free. We do have a paid training. It is how do you, and again, the trainings that I provide are really the trainings that I introduce you into. The people that come in are, you know, they bring the heat. So Glenn is going to show you how he's growing his groups at 30,000 people per month using hashtags for Facebook groups. Because in October 2020, Facebook decided that hashtags are important for groups. Just like the same way at one point in time, Instagram, hashtags were important for Instagram, right? Do you guys remember when hashtags became important for Instagram? Or you don't even remember, because from the dawn of time, from the beginning of your lifetime, hashtags were always important for Instagram. That's how people grew. Well, it became that way for Facebook groups, and not a lot of people know this. So if you are, again, you don't have to be the smartest people. You just have to be one of the first. The 1% people, I feel sometimes it's not that they're super smart. It's just because they saw what was going on and then they got in early. That's it. So this is a way for you to get in a little bit early on the knowledge of how groups are exploding this way. It's only $97. It's 100% refundable. If you go to the training and you're like, well, this wasn't worth it, then we refund it. No problem. Otherwise, this is the next training that's coming up that Glenn is going to be teaching. This is paid. It's $97. And then also the live event that's coming up here as well. So, all right. Okay, you guys, that's all I got for today. Have a wonderful rest of your night. I'm so glad everyone came here, and we have like 362 comments that came through. So that's crazy. You guys are nuts. How much are the tickets? All right. So the tickets are $1,500 to come to this event. It is a high quality event. I have catered food come in. I don't really spare a lot of expenses. You get premium things. Even the name tags are premium, because I want the GroupConvert brand and GroupConvert to give you this premium feel, which is what happened in our first event. So it's $1,500 if you want to come. And if you do, let me go ahead and DM me. If you DM me and you purchase if you want to purchase by the end of tonight or tomorrow, like within 24 hours, I'll give you a special bonus. So DM me and say, hey, I want the ticket. Let's go. Let's come in. Then I'll do a deal. I'll do a deal with you. Otherwise, the reason why we have it at that price point also is I want you to be in a room with other people who can easily be like, all right, let's go. You know, I want you to be surrounded by peers. I don't want you, I want you to be surrounded by peers. So that's also why it's $1,500. It's meant to be premium. It is a premium experience, and you'll meet people like Louis live. Like how would you meet him otherwise live? You would have to hunt him down. But other than that, he's a busy person. So how would you even find him and meet up with him live? So he's going to be there for the duration of the event with his laptop. And then I will be there with my team as well. So, All right, I'm excited. Again, the link is groupconvert.com/passive if you want the access to the gift. And then if you want to buy a ticket to the live event, that is groupconvert.com/live-2022. Okay. All right. What is the link to the event again? The link to the event, I'm going to drop it into the comments because you guys asked for it. groupconvert.com/live-2022. Right? Yeah. So at the end of the day, what is the value of you being surrounded by other amazing entrepreneurs and eat good food and have a very nice, fancy time? That is the experience that you're getting with GroupConvert Live. All right. I think that's it for tonight. And is there a virtual? Some of you guys are asking, is there a virtual ticket? Yeah, we do have the virtual ticket as well. We do have a virtual portion to it. The virtual ticket, if you want that, is $600 versus the live, which is $1,500. So if you want the virtual ticket, then again, just DM me. Just message me on Facebook and say, hey, Kim, I want the ticket. Because the virtual, you can't purchase the virtual ticket on the landing page yet. We just have like the $1,500 price point there. Okay. Have a wonderful rest of your night, and I'll see you guys in the next training. And, you know, these trainings, they bring the heat. So come to the next training. And definitely schedule a call with Louis if you're like, shoot, I have tons of money lying around and I'm not doing anything with it. You know, and I myself experienced the magic of what he teach. So none of this is financial advice. Okay. Good night. Bye, everyone. See you in the next video.
Oh yeah, if you like that video, then you will love all the resources that I have over at kimcdang.com. That is KIMCDANG.com. There you will find all my courses, my extensions, all the offers that I have, as well as a lot of free resources if you are just getting started.